All right, y'all. I am here. I am going to be behind the scenes doing my thing, kind of like y'all. This is going to be our second live up today. I do have a poll up, so if y'all are able to see the poll, definitely tap into the poll. Let me know how are you feeling going into this October. Again, as a one woman revolution, I'm getting things together behind the scenes, and boom, there I am right there. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out right here because we're gonna do a live chat and react a little while later because it's October 1st. Rent do be okay, bankrupt, only on my card, stretched thin. Gotta get this money, so gotta get this money. That's one thing that I definitely want to say. It is what, like 92 days, maybe 91 days, something like that, child. The end of the year, cause yeah, we're on 275 or something like that today, ain't it? Yeah, okay. So with that being said, make sure that y'all tap into my video that I have on my channel of being monetized in 30 to 90 days. It is on the community wall, so you can check it out on my channel. Get monetized, like I said, in 30 to 90 days. I did it, so I'm giving you all the tips, no tricks, because I don't have no tricks, just tips on how to get to the monetization status as you like to be. But with us being here today for a live chat and react, again, bring your own treats, whatever the case may be. No spams, no scams, no disrespect, no demons allowed. Yeah. And that's pretty much what we have, is the rundown of the rundown of the rundown of sorts. So y'all know I love doing my little, where we at in the job hunt, job market type videos, and seeing other people go through their things. I hate having to say that. I hate saying it feels good knowing that I'm not alone in going through the horrors and what I'm going through, and the job industry. I think it's always been horrible, and they just been enduring horror, and so they just feel like we should do that too. Because like I said, just asking people like, y'all have always paid to come to work, and y'all don't find that weird, y'all don't find that suspicious to pay the part to come to work. And it's like you just they look at you a little taboo for looking at stuff like that. And I'm just like, it's a lot of things that I find quite scamish about it. So yeah, we love to talk about it, bring things to the attention, whatever the case may be. So y'all know YT Wake 'em Up has some good little videos y'all can check out on my public watch later list about how the job market is making people want to off themselves. I told y'all I was one of those people. It was a couple weeks ago. I was just literally on live having a hard time, and then here we are, maybe a week later, maybe two, whatever the case may be, monetize, trying to grow, trying to figure out different things to grow our platform. We have, like I said, a nice little cement of things, but now I definitely want to build upon it. So, speaking of which, definitely check out the description. Join my Discord, because I am going to do the cuffing season cyber speed dating show. So join my Discord so you can submit your consistent form, because that is on the Discord. There is some stuff that I'm going to do after this live, because I do, I like to give YouTube an hour of my time at the very minimum. And then, sometimes we'll roll over to 2 or 3. And with it being a weekday, I don't want it to get too long on a weekday video. So there will be certain parts, especially on the weekday, where I'll be going into Discord afterwards. We'll still be doing YouTube videos and things like that, but I don't want these videos to get too long, too lengthy, or anything like that. So definitely join my Discord. Click the link in the description. So if I'm not here, that's another place that I'll be, is the Discord. I definitely am still trying to get better at my Patreon content, updating that. But again, that's more so for e-commerce, things like that. That's that. Again, just grab your treats, whatever the case may be, because we're going to do a live chat and react, okay? So I'm thinking what I want to go into is, because I have a lot of cop cam footage and stuff like that. I just love stuff like that. I did some cop cam footage reaction earlier. And this will be maybe for tomorrow. But let's maybe go into, I'm like, was there something else? Oh, because it's a rent due today. So yes, we'll do landlords are evicting tenants for no reason, even if they have their rent paid. Y'all, shout out to YT Wake 'em Up, because we tend to get a lot of our live chats and reacts from him. Honestly, because he's on that clock app that we're not on. But what's crazy is they sent me an email today talking about my verification for that clock app. And I was like, so is it me that has... Nah, it can't be. Is it me? I'm like, no, it can't be. But they sent me an email of your verification code to log in, or whatever the case may be. Because like I said, my name is taken on the clock app, so I can't do it. And I'm talking about like my name that is made up and decorative, People made it up and somebody took it. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into... Oops, I was not trying to do that. Mr. YT, wake him up. Okay, so hold on. Pause. I knew that was going to happen, because I'm like, even though my sound is off. Okay, because first we're going to let his ad play, and then we're also going to change our playback speed so we can also get through the actual video without it being too long, because y'all know I give my commentary, and that in itself is a nice amount of time. Now, I'm not subscribed to him like I should be, so this second ad, we're going to go ahead and skippity skip.
Yo, what's the deal, YouTube? It's YT Wake 'em Up. I'm back.
Okay, so there he is. He back. He giving us another compilation from the clock app, which we can greatly appreciate, because we don't have access to be over there and even play videos when people send it to us. So shout out to him for giving us this so we can see what's going on, because I'm like, baby, these landlords, who they think they are? Child, again, I guess the landlord, but still, don't be playing with people in a rents.
with another banger. Hey, I just want to say shout out to everybody that's been tuned into this channel. This channel been growing real fast. Y'all been getting them numbers up for me, man.
Nah, he's talking about his channel is growing because the numbers going up. I mean, obviously yes, but at the same time, again, he's bringing us videos that people that are not on that app can get. Because that's all he's bringing us is compilation videos from the same topic again, which I could greatly appreciate as someone that does not have access to that clock app.
I want to say I appreciate everybody that watched all the way through to the end as well. Listen, man, this video right here is about homelessness.
And again, yeah, shout out to everybody that watch out to the end. We love that. Especially if you're trying to grow your channel, y'all know watch time matters.
Something a lot of people might have to start getting used to. I've been kind of warning people about this for a couple of years. More than
And he said he been warning people about homelessness. Because, yeah, I did see some stuff where people were like, I paid my rent, but my landlord still put me out. And it's like, well, what's going on? How can that happen? Because I'm like, how do you take somebody's rent money, but then they're still evicted? Because I'm like, is it because maybe it's... Like, what was that video where Chico... Well, maybe he was the realtor, and they were owners or something. I'm like, maybe it was other people involved. I'm not certain. But I want to know.
couple of years, really like 7 years now, that this would come to the economy. Now, van life is popular. Car life is popular. You even got people sleeping in storage units.
Yeah, people are sleeping in storage units. People are sleeping in hotels. People are sleeping in cars. And it has become legal to do these things. At one point in time, it was illegal to even sleep in a car. Now you can raise your whole family out of the car because it's so sky high out here. And they ain't got nowhere to go. Even if you rent a hotel, people are living out of hotels and they're having to legally be evicted from hotels because they can't just put them out. Because if the person keeps paying to stay in this particular place, that's what they're doing. But they're getting, I heard they're getting their mail sent there to these hotels. Their kids getting picked up off the bus at these hotels. It's so strange right now, and it's just like, how, as somebody that's a government in power, how can you look at what's going on in the state of the economy and just feel okay with it? Again, it's people that are living out of cars. That's when I knew something was just like, okay. And then when it became legal, like you could, because again, when I was growing up, if you thought you was gonna raise a kid out of a car, you were gonna be incarcerated. That's what they was doing. Now they check on you and make sure you all right. Everybody alive in here? All right, everybody good? All right, well, that's that. And that's pretty much that. It's crazy. Like he said, van life has become popular. Living out of cars has become popular. Hotel life has become popular. Again, not by choice, but because everything is so high. The vast majority of people can't afford to do anything. Okay, this is the resort of resources. Yeah, these resources. This is the result. The result of the resorts.
If you ever seen that video, y'all can go over to my channel and search it up. Listen, y'all know how we do. We gonna let the people tell their story. I'm gonna comment on it at the end. Y'all drop comments below in the comment section, and I interact with y'all in the comments, man. With that said, got a couple rules for y'all.
Oh my God, he got rules, baby. Come on. Cause I'm like, we not even used to all that.
Homeless people are not lazy, okay? Literally.
Okay. Now again, him starting off like that, homeless people aren't lazy, okay? Some of them don't want to work, okay? I have met some homeless people that said they're homeless by choice. They don't want to work. They would just rather be on the street. They rather panhandle. And I didn't even realize panhandling was a real job that you could actually file your taxes for, until I worked at a place where you filed them taxes and saw that people put panhandling. And see, that's what I'm saying. People be sitting there thinking, oh, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, I guess people feel like the only way that you actually pay taxes if you have a job, like as an employee. But it's like, no, people still pay taxes, especially the people that are good citizens and Samaritans and pay their taxes, especially because they have the money. Like, there's some entrepreneurs and business owners, whatever the case may be, that don't actually pay their taxes. But I mean, there are some that actually try to do right by the government, honestly, because they want to use that information to get somewhere in life. It's just like, well, at least, if you don't have a paycheck, you could at least have a tax record, a tax filing on record that you could use sometimes more than they looking for on a pay stub. I mean, sometimes that little tax, because I guess you could see more for the year. for whatever the case may be. But yeah, there are some people, yeah, that actually do have little to no, even if you're somebody that lives under the poverty line. Like, I know when I lived under the poverty line, I didn't file taxes because it was just like, this under 12,000, what was the point? But if it was certain things that you were just, again, just trying to do in life, you still do that. I didn't know that at that time. But even if you somebody that's, I was wondering why people that's making $12,000, or let's say $10,000, why you filing taxes. One, because filing taxes on them TurboTax and all the other kind of stuff is free. But especially if you have a child, they definitely getting them credits. But sometimes you do get a little something back. Like, even I saw somebody that made like 10,000 in wages and something like that, but they got a dollar or two back. I mean, you could take it. You can take it. And then also having stuff like that on file, I will say, is good, because when they passing out them stimulus checks, if anything happen, it's already good to be on file with these people. Because at the time when them stimulus checks was getting handed out, I was living under the poverty line, just to be honest. Now that I think about it, because I hadn't filed taxes, and I had to fight to get my stimulus. I had to file to actually get it. Now that I think about it, you had to file. You didn't have to put no income information in there, but you had to give them some information on you to get it back as a rebate. Basically, that's why it was the recovery rebate credit. You was getting it back as a credit. So sometimes it's just good to go ahead and file the taxes, even if you make, even as an entrepreneur, again, living under the poverty line, whatever the case may be. There is still some benefit to doing it. Just make sure you're doing it right. Just make sure they don't got no other information they're gonna hit you back. You telling them you made $17 and they like, we see you made 17,000. Somebody else told us something else. You didn't have two jobs and made, 5,000 a piece at a couple of them. So I don't know, whatever the case may be. So I'm just telling y'all, somebody that's been on the other side of them three-letter boys. I was a three-letter girl. So just certain things that it kind of does. It is good to have it. But yeah, I mean, some don't want to work, but a lot of them definitely do.
53% of people that are homeless in shelters are fucking employed, and 40% of unsheltered people are employed.
That's crazy, because I remember even when I was working, honestly, technically right now, I'm technically homeless. In technicality, because I'm not on a lease, I'm not on a mortgage, I'm not on, like, yeah, that's the technicality. And thank God for my parental unit, because if it was not for my parental unit, oh my God, I would definitely be like these other people that's slumming it. And that's why I'm just like, I don't feel like, I about to say earth or life should just be this dog expensive. Baby, if you thought it was expensive in the 99s, the now is really expensive. It's just like, baby, this is a lot.
And in any world where you actually have a job and you are homeless, I think that we need to understand the system that's creating that is up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, how can the leaders look at it and just look at it like, there are so many people going to work, making little to nothing, and then you got to pay for somewhere to live, you got to pay for transportation, you got to pay for food, and then these people have kids. Now, I don't know why, because again, as somebody with limited funds, I'm finna go get a baby. I don't even want no pet, okay? That's one thing I never understood about homeless people. Why do you have a pet? I never understood that. You homeless with a pet. Again, but I guess people need companionship. I guess it's supposed to be them other homeless people, because trying to feed a dog and trying to feed yourself, oh my God. Unless that dog was there prior to the homelessness, I'm not going to go pick up no dog, no baby. I told y'all. 35, hopefully. Okay? We done figure something out, at least with YouTube, at least where we got some ad dollars and revenue coming in. Thank God. Oh my goodness. Thank God. So yeah, we're going to keep pumping on it, working on it, trying to refine tune, build our metaphorical house. And then yeah, That's just what the rest of this year is gonna be. Oh shoot, cause today is the first day of the fourth quarter, ain't it? Ooh wee. It sure is the fourth quarter, ain't it? Crunch time, crunch time, crunch time, crunch time, crunch time. Okay, yeah, we're gonna turn on Asian doll, cause wow, yeah, we in that fourth quarter. It's definitely go hard. Oh yeah, I'm on y'all arse for the rest of the year, baby. If y'all thought I ain't uploaded, I'm finna upload. Ooh wee, I'm gonna just find stuff to upload.
So if you're like for this, just say that you fucking hate the poor and that you don't think people deserve to have any quality of life.
Yeah, say that.
Those numbers, though, I bet you might not have known that. This is for anybody that's pretty much just ignorant. And what ignorant is
Uninformed. That's exactly what it is. You don't know. So yeah, because a lot of people just feel like, oh, everybody's okay out here because everybody be pump faking, because everybody going by designer off DH Gate instead of just wearing Walmart, Shein, whatever $2, $3, $4, $5 clothes that you could find, because everybody want to wear designer off Amazon and everywhere else. Them facades don't up the economy. And I'm just saying. Because it was one thing to try to keep up with these celebrities, but it was just like the only people that were doing that were honestly people that not only had the funds, but the resources. It's like, it would be like the Beverly Housewives, not even them, the OCs, because that's what it was before it was even Beverly Housewives. Before we was even Beverly Hills, because of course they had money. But the other OCs, it's kind of like if you, like Miami, or if you are in Atlanta, if you are in somewhere that's like a mecca city, something like that, a metro city, and it's a popular city, those people are making, you know, good amounts of money, and they have friends that have yachts and have country clubs, and you just be a guest at the country club. You don't have to be an active member, but if you got one person that got a membership at that country club, you come with the guests, be on the golf course, get them drinks, whatever the case may be, whatever they do. I ain't never been. I need to get some friends that got country club memberships and stuff, I guess. You know? But yeah, that right there, that's how you do it. But nowadays, it's like everybody's trying to keep up. It's like everybody wants to be the celebrity. It's like everybody wants to be the star. Honestly, like I said, I just want some money. If the fame got to come along with it, the fame got to come along with it. But baby, I'm just clawing my way towards the funds that's in your pocket. Where am I? I'm on, I'm for certain in my bag, in my Bible, and in your pocket. Okay? That's where I'm at. That's where I hang out at.
lack of knowledge on something, right? So a lot of people really didn't know that 40% of people that's homeless.
40% of people that are homeless are employed. And I think it was 60% of people that are homeless, 60% of people that are living in a shelter are employed. And that's what I'm saying. Now that I think about it, I don't know how many people I've worked with that actually have had to go to a shelter after work. I have never asked that question. I've just always had the assumption that people went home after work. That's wild to me, just thinking about that, because I do remember when I worked at a job and I had a coworker that would ask me to drop them off at a hotel. They were staying at, was it the extended stay? I think it was one of those, extended stay type place, because I think that was the first time I had ever heard of like people staying at a hotel, and and that's when I realized that's what extended stay was for you to stay extended periods of time, like whether you're a snowbird or whatever the case may be. It wasn't intended for hard times, I don't think, but that's definitely what has become of extended stays for certain. That's definitely odd, because I've been in Orlando where we've been, at the extended stays, because they're in Orlando, in certain cities the extended stays be cuter. Like in Tallahassee, the extended stays were definitely trash, okay? But like here, 3 stars, well, I'm certain. Because we don't really have too many high-end hotels. But yeah, my cousin works at the extended stay in Orlando. So whenever we need like a Disney, anything like that, just a quick room to change, inexpensive, anything like that, she'll give us the hookup. And it's right next to the park. So boom, we right there. people would live in those places, because it got to the point where my mom was even trying to help one of the people, because what the lady was going through, my mom had the same condition, and my mom has, of course, the funds to get the medicine and stuff to take care of her condition, but the lady didn't. And my mom was just telling her like different things that she could do to like, and it was just like, I mean, just really people really live in hotels. She was just like, yeah, I'll be here with my kids, so if you get anything extra that you could bring to me, I'll be in such and such. Really living out the hotel, really living out the extended stay. We're just there again to change, to go to probably the Halloween Mickey's not so scary Halloween party. I think that's what it, but yeah, just for real, staying out of an extended stay. And this has been going on for quite some time, and I really feel like the higher up should be like, this has got to stop. Something's got to give. Whether they got to build something, whether they have to, because not all they want to build is stuff so that the homeless people aren't sleeping on the curbs in plain sight anymore. They trying to run them into the woods like they cats and dogs, stray cats and dogs or something. But I'm like, even if we have people that are employed and still can't afford anywhere to live, I've been in that position so many times. It was like, this is not even 3 times the rent that they expect me to have, let alone enough to even pay the rent and every other necessity that I would have to have in life. I would be at that spot maybe 3 months. Maybe 3 months. It's like, that's all I got enough for. And it's just like, you can't put yourself in that situation. But if you're working, and that's what would stress you out too, continuously going to the job, and it's just like, where the is the money? Again, especially when you see that W-2 and it's saying one thing, but then you realize they done put you in a tax bracket. Me, then I realized they put me in a tax bracket that I couldn't even afford to be in, working overtime. It was just like, you could not win. You could not win. Like I said, there were fathers, husbands, making the same amount as me, and I'm like, how are y'all surviving? And they're like, we're not. And it's just like, well, why do we all work here? When we gonna stand up? When we gonna revolt? When we gonna, what are we gonna do? Again, this is the same job that's making us pay to park, but we don't have money to not only take care of necessities, take care of just general things. Like, goodness gracious. Because at this point, yeah, gas has become necessity, transportation, all that stuff. I'm just thinking about a little basic hygiene stuff, but that's still necessity. Food, necessity. Like, everything.
Have jobs. And that's from 2022. I'm about to give y'all the real numbers from this year. As many as 40 to 60% of people experiencing homelessness have a job. But how's...
And that's what he said. That's exactly what he said. 40 to 60% of people experiencing homelessness have experiencing homelessness have a job. But housing is unaffordable because wages have not kept up with rising rents. And that's very much the case. Yeah. Housing, the wages have not gone up like that. And it's just like, well, what gives everything else the thinking that they could rise up and just change in pricing? Like, I went to the store the other day and I got a little 5 or 6 pack of annihilators, just a little something sweet to snack on, just something small. It was like 25 cents, growing up. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna grab a little 25-cent thing of candy. That lady told me 54 cents for the same 5 6 pack annihilators. It ain't changed in size, ain't changed in flavor, ain't changed in packaging, ain't changed in nothing but date. You want 54 cents, baby? Don't worry about it. I put that right back so fast, baby. That cured my sweet tooth right then and there. Well, tasted that. That right there was enough for me to get exactly what I needed. Because why, if nothing has changed with the product, has the pricing changed? I mean, it hasn't changed in size, it hasn't changed in amount. I mean, flavor, nothing. Maybe again the ingredients have changed, whatever the pricing of that, but that's still not right. Because why is this stuff going up? Because cut the prices down, cut the heat down, cut everything down. Because why is it 88 degrees on the first day of October? Now, it's for real fall. Forget autumn. We not even in, the September, that after August, going into October, September phase of autumn. It's fall at this point. 88 degrees, I'm tired of seeing it. I don't want to see it. Cut everything down. Cut the prices of everything down and cut the wages up. Because my biggest thing is, what was they fear of ever making us have more money than, I don't even want to say that life can afford, but I'm just saying, what would have been the problem at just giving people Okay, because I guess, but see, that's why I'm like, this currency stuff is fake anyway. Talking about, but then that's gonna inflate the dollar. The price is inflated, but the dollar ain't inflate. Inflate that bitch now at this point. Inflate it. Nobody care about that. If everything else can inflate, let the dollar. Cause listen, that everything else inflated. That's gonna change the rate of the dollar. See, cause they trying to make that American money seem more real and valuable than it is. But do you know what the American dollar, how that extends? Man, I'm telling y'all, get us back to barter and trade so we can do this for real stuff. Make stuff so we can see what you made out of. What can you make that you could trade? Can you make baskets? Do you have a basket? So can you make bags? So when I'm collecting my fruit, I got something I could carry it. Like, do you grow fruits and vegetables? Do you have like? I mean, that's all. I'm like, it's so many. Yeah, that's.
It's unaffordable because wages have not kept up with rising rents. If that ain't a fact, there is no county or state where a full-time minimum wage worker can afford a modest apartment.
And that's definitely the case. There's no county or state where a full-time minimum wage worker can afford a modest apartment. I mean, and even if you find somewhere like a studio apartment, they're still expensive nowadays. They're hard to come by because as soon as somebody get them up, oh, they holding on to it. Rightfully so. I completely understand. I completely understand. Especially if you somebody like my auntie that was grandfathered into your $500 rent for all them years. And then when you get a new landlord, you don't know what to do because the landlord don't want to honor that grandfathering that you had. I'm just like, it's too much out here. And talking about at minimum wage, people have to work 86 hours to afford one bedroom. And that's why I said I was working 60 when I was doing the part-time and full-time at my last job. I was working 40 hours full-time and then an additional 20 hours maximum part-time because that's all that we could do as far as overtime was working up to 20 hours because you can burn yourself out if you work more than that. Like you could burn yourself out mentally. Physically, your body could literally have ailments because you're not getting enough rest. Your body could get ailments because you're not getting enough sun. Your body could get ailments because you're looking at a screen all day, because you're too trapped inside in the same atmosphere. You're not getting enough CO2 from the oxygen. You're not getting enough, photosynthesis and greenery and stuff from the leaves and trees and greenery and all that stuff that's outside. All that stuff really matters. Like, we are a part of nature, which is why you always have to step your ass outside, get in nature, soak up the sun, tell everyone to lighten up. It's got to be all of that. Like, because that's why I said we have to realize that we are still very much a part of nature. And this is very much why, because again, 86 hours is insane. 86 hours is 2 fucking full-time jobs for a one bedroom house. If you worked 2 full-time jobs when I was growing up in the 90s, you had bank. You had a 2-story house. Look, I'm like, forget a flat. Forget a 1-story flat. If you work 2 jobs, yeah, and that's a full-time. That's 2 full-time jobs. And that's 2 full-time jobs. I won't even say a 2-story house. Cause I'm like, yeah, my mama did work too, and we definitely did have a 1 bedroom. And that's why she elevated her life and went and got her degree so she could know everything, child. So, but still, 86 hours is. I wouldn't even want a man to work that, let alone a woman. 86 hours again. That's so unhealthy. And that's a 1 bedroom. That seems just like a one person. I'm like, and don't have no family because they talking about 1 bedroom. That's 1 bedroom. Like, when do you do anything besides cry? That's all you could do at that point is cry. Because 86 hours is diabolical. Now that's when you use the word diabolical. That's when it definitely come into play.
None, not one. It says no state or county. At minimum wage, people have to work 86 hours a week to afford a 1 bedroom. People think about homeless people, they think about drug addicts, they think about people that just make mistakes with their finances. Nah.
That is what they think. That is the first thing that you think. It's just like, well, how did they get themselves into this situation? And it could be because they literally got tired of exhausting every resource and everything that they tried and nothing worked out, where they only, like I said, would have been like me. You only able to pay 3 months of your rent, and they like, baby, that's it, that's enough. You ain't giving it to us fast enough. You always want to give us half here, half there. You never have it. No, especially because if it comes to eating or having somewhere to lay over my head, I hate that it would have to come to the two, but it's just like, what's the point of having somewhere to lay over my head if you don't have the food to live? So I'm going to pick the food. But that's also something that somebody had to teach me. You can't be in these predicaments and not eat. That's insane. I didn't even realize that, because again, when you are in a situation to where your funds are stretched and you limited and stuff like that, people feel like you should only have ham hocks, spam, pig feet, everything that's cheap. Don't come around with no, don't have you no points that you done used that got you a McDonald's meal. Oh, they're gonna get mad about that. Like, it's like you don't even know what a person had to do to scrape up to whatever they had to do. It could have been a survey receipt to get you some free food. It could have been, again, reward points to get you a free food. Somebody could have bought you that food. It could have been plenty different things to come into. But again, when people know that your funds is limited, they don't even want to see you do that. But again, it's just like it's too much going on in the world. Again, I don't understand, especially higher ups, because if you're supposed to be higher up, you ain't looking down and looking and seeing what's going on and seeing that everybody is running around with their head like a chicken with their head cut off because they can't afford to do nothing, and it's really having people wanting to take themselves out. It's stressing people out. And that's why I said I refuse to get to the point where I have a brain aneurysm behind that stuff, because I literally was getting to the point where veins popping out my head, I'm pulsating in my brain, strange things going on, because I'm literally just like, I don't know what to do. I mean, like I said, I did the whole, I went to college. I tried it out the first time, second. It's been plenty and many times. It just has never worked out, which is crazy. Now that I say it, I've tried to go. I went that first time and I tried to go back so many other times after that. For whatever reason, it's never been a thing that kind of stuck with me. So from there, I went and picked up every certificate. I worked every job. I've done so many things, to the point where the only thing that's actually coming together where I could see some results of my hard work in real time is freaking YouTube, which is why I'm like, y'all, I got monetized in 30 to 90 days. Y'all go to my community tab, check out the videos, because I want everybody to get monetized in 30 to 90 days. Y'all know my affirmation, ching, ching, ching. When it comes to me, I get paid to exist. Ching, ching, ching. When it comes to me, I get paid to exist. Because ching, ching, ching. When it comes to me, I get paid to exist. I've seen people do it. If I've seen people do it, I feel like I could do it. And I know that I could do it. And we could all do it, because honestly, we should be getting paid to exist, because everything else is ridiculous. Because again, what would be so wrong in giving us more money so we can afford life than not giving us money so that we can afford life? I don't even care about this whole inflating of a dollar crap anymore, because again, everything else inflated. So if that dollar got to inflate and the American dollar go down, so y'all can really show every other country what y'all made of, broke, busted, and disgusted like yo civilians, that's what it is. We need help out here. So until y'all get it right, that's what the fact of the matter is. Now, we is not trying to be broke, busted, and disgusted for the rest of our lives. So that's why we're going to actively work on things. But like it says, 40 to 60% of people are homeless and have a job. So while you may have a job and you have income coming in, you still really are still lacking things. I mean, not even you, we, child, us, we the people. Collectively, it's a lot going on, and that's why we got to make sure that we stand up, because it's that year to vote, baby. And everybody, you got to be the we got to be the umpires. You're out. Get them people out. We got to bring the next batter up to play, see what they can do, see what kind of home runs they hitting, because I can't keep living like this. I can't even afford it. I can't afford it. I need gas to be 99 cents. I saw it with my own two eyes when gas was 99 cents. Now I see why everybody was making a big deal when gas was 99 cents. What president was that? Who did that? Go find him. I remember I was a little girl. I had to have been in elementary school. So it might have been in the bushes. Nope, that was middle school. Who was it? See, I wasn't paying attention because again, I was in elementary school. Don't know. But I remember by the time I got to middle school, yeah, it was the Bush son. So maybe it was, but I remember that gas was 99 cents. I remember it. Bring back somebody that could do that. I saw it with my own two eyes. So that's why I'm like, we could get back to it.
These are working people. People like, oh, you need to get a job. That's ignorant. 40 to 60% of them got jobs. It's just hard out here.
Like you said, that's ignorant. Because 40 to 60% of them got jobs. It's just hard out here, which is the craziest part. Because 40 to 60% of people who have nowhere to live have a job. Just so they ain't gotta hear your mouth about them asking you for something, or you talking about why they don't have nothing, or they ain't got no job. So they got a job just to not have nowhere to live.
The average American that's saying that too is one paycheck away from being homeless. So people need to humble themselves. I just wanted to put that clip out there, and I just wanted to put this clip in there in the beginning.
I like that he said that, because it definitely is a humbling experience. It definitely will humble you real fast, and it's not a situation that I would want anyone to be in. I honestly don't like this situation for any one of us. I don't understand why everything is so high. Again, the only thing that I could really seem to see would be the issue is because of the facade of the money that everybody claimed they had. So if y'all finna act like y'all got all the money, we finna up the ante. That's why I'm like, baby, all that fake DH Gate Amazon designer wearing, baby, put on that Shein in that Amazon and let them know you ain't got it. I mean, for the sake of the people, if you got it, pretend like you don't. So that way the prices could go down. Like, again, we got to be United States. Unite.
Into this video before the people talk, so that we moving off facts, so that we basing this video off facts alone.
Yeah, because y'all know we got to base it off facts, because that's what we like to do, with the facts of the matter. Now, she talking about this is an eviction. She's going to play her $9 eviction. Maybe she's saying going to pay her $9 eviction. I don't know, but y'all, eviction for $9 is crazy.
Hey y'all, I'm here going into the Orange County Clerk of the Court to pay this $9.57 rent due eviction.
$9.57. Y'all can't let them people get away with being late on $10. Being late on $10. Now, I understand if the economy was better and everybody had it, but in this economy, y'all can't let them slide on $10. Honestly, tone the prices down. Tone the prices down. We can't afford it.
For me, brought an eviction against me. Hey y'all, for $1,941.57.
So is it because she only paid the $1,900 or whatever it was, and not the $9.57?
But I don't owe them $1,941.57.
Oh.
They manipulated the ledgers and getting caught in their lies and scandalousness of kicking.
But still, even if they are lying and scandalous and all that stuff, you still got evicted, which is the sucky part. Because imagine somebody being conniving, scandalous and stuff like that, and you still out of a home, and she's still having to deal with this without being in that home. Wow.
A lot of community forcing us out, falsifying evictions to get us out, and I'm here as a living witness to show you that I'm getting evicted out of my place for $9.57. Yeah. All right, so y'all stay tuned.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So maybe she did owe the $10 and they tried to tax some more. Wow.
All right, peace. Okay, so like basically, even though I paid the money, they can still evict you out? That's up to the judge. That's up to the.
So it is the judges. And that's what I be wondering about, what's going on with the justice system. Because again, Mr. or Miss Judge, in this day and age, you didn't say let's get this person in here so they can, say their claim. Because it could be one thing if the person was not bringing in any income, so, you kicking them out. But if they're working and they are bringing in income and they're just late because life is life. And because imagine you already financially stretched and then something happens to your car, something happens to your kid. It'd be so many unexpected finances with life, just life in. Like, I can only imagine. So yeah, you a little late on your rent or whatever. Like you intend to pay them off, and that's what people be like. It's just like, I'm sure if this person had an influx of money, you would be paid first. But in the event that they don't, it can't happen like that. And I understand that it's no one's fault. I mean, except for the economy, because I mean, again, then people could tone the prices down on everything. And especially like she said, that's up to the judge. So that's up to the judge. Now that I know it's up to the judge, I thought it was up to the law. I thought it was just the Congress and the laws. But this is the discretion of a person?
Judge, not up to the landlord.
Look, that's what she say. So it's up to the judge. It's not up to the land. Like,
All of the decisions are made up to the judge.
Oh, okay, good.
I didn't want to count out 99 cents just as much as you didn't want to receive 99 cents.
I know, right?
look, she's talking about, I don't want to give you just as much as you didn't want to receive. And then you got to act like you cool with hearing this news that, yeah, it's the judge. Yeah, nah, definitely wasn't expecting that. But you got to act like, dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, it's up to the judge. Okay, that's crazy. You know, you got to play it off because it's just like, what?
And I did have change in here, and I put it all in my little change container at the house, and I was like, oh, I ain't even she came through.
Oh, so she went and paid them in coins because she didn't want to pay them? That's why she laughing. Because she messy. No, I'm not even mad. Because if they wanted her coins, she gave them to them. Shoot.
Here's your receipt. There's all the amounts broken down here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to scan a copy into the case and send it to the judge.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, you put the Tote, that $40 fee with it. All right, got it.
Dang. And then the courts charged her a $40 fee? Bitch, that would break my heart. That just broke my heart. Because stuff like that really not only breaking my pockets, but my heart. Like, boy, I was not expecting them to. See what I'm saying? How life be lifing? I was not expecting that really hurt my heart. That $40? What do you mean $40, ma'am? I'm coming here to pay something, and then I have to pay to pay? That is a scam. They stealing. How you got to pay to pay? See, now we got to make sure the president's what they talking about. Because, yeah, I'm tired of them surcharges and stuff like that. Because they really are making us pay to pay. Like, all of this stuff is fake and made up anyway. Stop putting prices on stuff that we would have to pay this kind of stuff. Dang. That's how we could solve this. Because what is going on?
All right, so you scan that and you send everything over to the judge?
Yes.
And then how long it take for me to hear from the judge?
I would give it maybe a week or so. They'll decide if they want to set a hearing or how long.
So she got to wait to see if there's even going to be a hearing. So again, even in all this, she may not have somewhere to stay. Because technically she was still served an eviction, I guess.
Okay, thank you. He did it Sunday.
Now, come
And she laughed talking about he did it Sunday.
on now, $9 eviction. I feel.
I'm up here choking behind the scenes on this. Because I'm also not used to him. And all this commentary. But I'm not mad. It's his channel and he bring us the TikToks.
Bad, man. I hate that that's going on for people. $9.
These landlords need to be stopped. Like, it's not a joke anymore. Someone needs to stop them. I just came home from work from a long day to find a notice to end my tenancy within the next 10 days.
Like she said, she done came home from a long day of work to find a note from her landlord that she will not be a tenant in the next 10 days. Excuse me, her house look real cute, real nice. Now imagine having to leave in 10. Oh, whoa. I was served a 10-day eviction notice for my apartment of 6 years. She'd have been here for years and they gave her 10 days. Because I'm like, it looks so cute, furnished and decorated just from even just like the setup from what I see, the decor. Like, she's definitely made it a home. And they gave her not even 30. They gave her 6. I mean, they could have at least given her 90. Because she's going to have to find stores. She has stuff. This was not a temporary residence for her. She looked like a tenant that planned on continuing to stay. That would really blow my day too. Look, she said, I done worked hard all day and you want to bring this?
Lived in this apartment building, in this apartment for 6 years, and I have never had an issue. We recently switched management companies at this building, and I wasn't a huge fan of our old company, so I was like, oh, this will be good, and I've had an open mind. So
Ain't that one thing? Don't you hate when it goes from bad to worse? That was me at my last job. And somebody even said that the IT man that was too fond of me. He was like, yeah, y'all just keep going from bad to worse. Like, again, that's, I'm like, why do we have managers that was first time managers, like, every time, and then we switch and switch? It was just too much going on. But yeah, she thinking the management gonna be good because the last management was trash. Now this one is definitely basuda because they done put her out. Like, what?
I'm being told to move out of my apartment within 10 days for failure to pay rent. And I thought to myself, well, that's so interesting because, you know, based on my records, you actually took thousands of dollars out of my bank account automatically at the beginning of this month from the online system that you made me set up in order to pay my rent. Like, that's what my records reflect.
Ooh. Now she say, from what I recall, I was forced to set up online payment automatic and it came out of my account. So what are we talking about? Failure to pay.
So it's a little strange. And again, in 6 years of living here, I've never once missed or been late on a rent payment. It's a little strange that it could possibly be the case that I haven't paid my rent. So anyway, I log onto their online system, which again, they forced us all to get. And actually, it's been a bit of like a drama thing because there's a lot of older people who live in my building who like don't really use the internet. Anyway, I log into their online system. I go into the little portal and it says that I haven't paid $225 for my parking for the month. Which, first of all,
Wow. So if y'all was gonna set up her rent, y'all couldn't set up her parking pass too. And then that's not rent. Y'all trying to evict her for a parking pass? That's not, unless that's a part of her rental agreement. I mean, I guess it would be. But again, that's something that you could send a notice to your tenant saying, this is a message to let you know you have an outstanding balance, not a 10-day eviction notice for parking. These people so bogus.
criminal for a parking space, but whatever. Again,
Right. And it's the fact that she's even being charged $200 for parking, very criminal. That's why I'm like, this is not a, we're being scammed, especially as American. I'm like she said, like I said, we had to pay to park to go to work. She has to pay to park at her freaking house. That is criminal. The more you sit and think about stuff, it's just like, what? Paying to park at your own house. That's one thing, because I'm like, even like places like New York and all that stuff where you have to like park on the side of the road and pay and all that kind of stuff. Excuse me? But isn't it like it's free after a certain time? But I don't know. Even still, if it come, the house need to come with somewhere to park. I could see if it was additional guest parking, excess parking, whatever the case may be. But just parking for your resident not being included is strange. That's like not having a driveway. Like, what? I get what? I don't. If that's the case, build one. Do something about it. Yeah, do something. People see people. That's very half-ass, huh? Very half-ass. Okay.
I have paid that because you automatically took it out of my bank account. And in fact, not only do my records reflect that, but your records that I click into on here show the amount that you took out of my bank account last month, the amount that was for rent, and the amount that was for parking. So yes,
Ooh. So baby said what y'all took out was not only for my rent, was for parking. So to evict her after a long day of work definitely set her off. Rightfully so, and that's what I said. Imagine after a long day of work and that's what you see. And that's why I'm like, these people gotta stop.
absolutely have
And that's how she started off. They must be stopped. Must be stopped.
paid it. However, I just went and I paid it again because I was like, that's how you dispute, like, make one of these things go away from the residential tenancy board. That's how you make it go away. Is that you like pay your whatever it is.
And she's such a caucus person. She's such a caucus person with money at that. She said, I just paid it again because that's how you make stuff go away. You just pay it. I mean, yeah, but no, girl, because criminal behavior on their end for even putting you in that position.
Automatically, and then you don't have to deal with a dispute or anything. And so I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna pay it, and then I'll email them, and I'll, I don't know, take them to small claims court to get the money back if they don't want to give it back to me, because that's apparently what we do now. Is again 6 years, and the first thought when their record shows incorrectly, but even if like your record shows that I haven't paid my parking for this month, and you don't think to yourself, maybe we should give her a call.
Exactly. And I've been a leasing agent. Okay, it could be that freaking basic to the point where I was like, I don't want to use this. Can y'all pay for? And they be like, oh yeah, if you're gonna be on the design, then yeah, we'll do it. Which is how it worked out. But you could get you a very standard template, okay, and then type it up. You owe where it got the little lines, blanks, and then that way when you print it out, you hand fill in, or you just type it in and underline the lines or whatever the case may be, or you have a template where you input it in, whatever your job is doing. It could happen because it was so long ago that I was a leasing agent. Like I said, baby, I didn't try everything, so that was a long time ago. Okay, I think that was one of the first things that I tried because I always wanted to be a real estate agent, so I think that's why that kind of went hand in hand, and that was fun. But again, I was working 72 hours a freaking week, open to close every day, just to have somewhere over my head. yeah, it was quote unquote FUN, but at the same time, it was not. I did not do anything else except work around that clock to have somewhere to live. It was and then I was only having an additional $100 a week after my rent was paid from working 72 hours a week, open to close. Ridiculous. So yeah, they could have definitely typed her up a note letting her know that she had an outstanding balance. So that way she could have come in, talk to them, let her know like it was a mishap. I thought I paid it, my mistake, or giving them her records like she said she has, or let them know if she did not have it to say, this is where I'm at right now, but I'm working on it and I'll keep you updated. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, people. Just like, what is going on? Like, I mean, we need a little love in our hearts.
Maybe we should send an email. Maybe we should post even just a, regular reminder notice on
That's very regular. See what the regular people are thinking? That's why I'm like, why would they do this?
her door that this hasn't been paid. Maybe we should give her a chance.
Because that's what normal people do. Like she said, it will be on the door just like the eviction notice was. It will be on the door.
No. Over a $200 payment that is at most 13 days late. You think the best way to move forward here is a notice to evict within 10 days. And it is so frustrating
Because also, doesn't it cost money to actually go down to those courts to give someone an eviction notice? So it's like you paid to have an eviction notice served instead of letting her just pay the overdue parking balance.
I have had a theory that the new company was going to try to get out people who have been here for several years because we pay less. Like, we're rent controlled, we pay.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. They're gonna try to get them out so they can get people in that's gonna pay double, quadruple, whatever the case may be. Cause if she paying $1,200, cause that's what the last owner was paying, if they got people that's wanting to pay $1,900, $2,200, they're gonna definitely do whatever they can to get them out, even though she's paying all the time. Because then you're gonna have somebody that's getting in there that's gonna get this $1,900, $2,200 apartment, whatever, and they struggling to pay it, and they're only there because they need somewhere to stay. She's there because she can actually afford to be there. People don't be thinking like, you trying to put her out, and like she said, she's never been late, never missed a payment. You leave people like her alone. Not for somebody that is not going. She, like she said, she been doing this for 6 years, never been late, never missed a payment. You don't bother people like her. Go bother people that have been late, have missed payments, are struggling, can't afford to be there. People like her, leave her alone. I'm sure they had other people that they could bother. But again, that's also greed. That's really also greed. Because at the same time, then people need somewhere to live. And if people need somewhere to live, it's somewhere that they can afford. That's the bottom line. Again, if we seen the news headline say rent is too high, and that's the headline, rent is too high. Rent is too bleep high. I had to say it 3 times so you know it's real. Because it's just like, no. And then people just feel like, well, you need to get out there and suffer because everybody else is getting out there suffering. Again, that's why I'm like, I thank God for my promotion unit, I really do. But yeah, that's why I'm like, we definitely gonna actively keep trying and working on, whatever the case may be, building, growing, whatever the case may be, trying, doing, all that good stuff. But yeah, they need to tone these prices down. Can't even afford it in-house.
A lot less. I love that my apartment is rent controlled. That's why I'm still here. It also just infuriates me because this is such a dirty move that is designed to prey on people who don't know their rights. Because here's the thing. I'm a lawyer. I've represented clients before.
Oh, I was wondering what she did for a living. The shirt kind of gave she was a server. Baby say, I'm a lawyer. Oops. Excuse me, with your button down on. Your button down is because you're an attorney. She say, I'm a lawyer. Wow.
Or the residential tenancy board. I know my rights. I got this notice and I thought, are you kidding me? I have to deal with this? Like, this is annoying. But
look, and as a lawyer, she said, I have to deal with this. She's not even thinking about it as the actual eviction that it is, because she knows that they have no grounds to give her this. She thinking about it as she's going to be on it as an attorney. Okay, girl.
It took me 20 minutes. I know what I need to do. I know how to figure out. It's fine. Now imagine you're a single parent, just coming home from a very long day, has no idea what any of this means, and all of a sudden you're faced with a notice that is telling you, essentially, to move out within 10 days. Like, that's...
Exactly. Imagine being a parent, and that's why I'm like, I could not imagine having to deal with my life and having to be a parent on top of it. Child, I'm good.
The big print. The big print is move out within 10 days. All of the details in your rights and whatever are the tiniest little font that you're not going to read. And also,
Look, she said the biggest thing on there is move out in 10 days. Your rights and everything is the tiniest microscopic font. That's insane when you think about it. That's insane. Because I can see it visually. I mean, what more do you need than that to see it? Because I can see it.
it's not easy to understand. Like, it is not understandable. The law is so rarely understandable to the common person.
Right. And I'm glad she said that. Even as a lawyer, the law is so rarely understood by the everyday person. And it's not even something that we're taught in school to actually know about. Like, maybe in history classes when we have to go over, ooh, I got to think about what it is, child. What's that thing? The Bill of Rights. I'm like, what's that thing in Congress? But it's the Bill of Rights. I'm like, ooh, because that was middle school. I had to think about it. I had to dig that up out the vault. Because it's something, the Constitution. I'm trying to think about what else they taught us. They taught us stuff like that. But again, that's also my fault because I never paid attention in any history in any history classes. It was definitely a daydreaming moment for me. I would definitely tune out because when it comes to history classes, all I could ever think about is me making history. That's all I be thinking about. Well, what am I going to do so I can make history? If I got to learn about all these people and these things, what's going to be my contribution to history? So that's why when it comes to history, I've always been tuned out of all things history because I've always been focused on my own. Now, if we lived in a world where we all focused on ourselves, maybe we would be better. I'm not certain because sometimes it could be, sometimes I could get into other people's world even though I don't like to. But when I have to tap to back to life, when I gotta come back to reality, I could do it, but it's not fun because look at what's going on here in reality. I can't afford to be here, so I'll be in my own world. You can tune in live daily.
You're sitting there and you're freaking out and you're thinking that you're about to lose your rent control department. And of course, it's evening, so there's no one in the building office. You can't get a hold of the resident manager. You can't make a phone call because it's...
And that's very true. They give you them notices, and you'll be the type of person that gets off work after the office is closed and open. Basically, yeah, because you go to work before they're open, and you home after the office is closed. So you really never get to see anyone. You fighting to catch them on your lunch break. They really do make it difficult. That's crazy. And then you can't even tell your job, like, I'm fighting because I may be evicted, so I need, like, a moment, an hour. I need to run home. I need to handle some business. Because the job is not going to be empathetic, compassionate, anything, and give you that time. That's even the craziest part about it, too. Because, again, especially them phone jobs, baby, you can't find somebody else to come and do this real quick. Them phones will be just fine. The phone jobs be the hardest ones that want to give you a hard time. Like, baby, nobody is in here. Them phones still going to ring. They still going to get picked up. Then people can't call back. But, yeah, when you don't have to be in front of someone physically to get your job done, I don't understand why they be giving you a hard time like they do. Yeah, and especially having to be a parent and then you can't even deal with the office. Ooh, I know a mama be snapping on that kid, especially being a single black mama. Yeah, I hate to say it. But again, I understand because it's a lot. It's always something. Like, it's always something. And that's why I'm not ready to be a mom, let alone let this man not do right and I gotta be a single black mom. No. It's I don't know that it's that worth it to me to be a single black mom if that man don't act right. I don't know that it's worth it just to be a mama. So that's why I'm like, I can't imagine just life and I gotta be a mama and then this baby wanna say, look at me while it wanna do nothing and I gotta act like I'm engaged, but I done snapped on this baby because we about to be evicted and this baby don't even know it. But then again, like she said, her P's and Q's, she's a lawyer. They don't even know who they dealing with. Baby, did you see the occupation of the person that you were getting rid of? If you was gonna make, oh, well, she knows she rent control. So I'm like, if you was gonna raise the price, just raise the price.
After their business hours, and you are just sitting there for the entire night. And then, again, you're going to have to call them or talk to them when you need to be at work tomorrow. So then you're dealing with this at your work day.
Exactly that. See, that's what I'm saying, baby. I be reading along. I be reading along right on the people. I be on the same page, same book, same sentence. Yes, I do. Like I said, some people be thinking they're on the same page, baby. You're not even in the same book. We in volume 39. Why are you in volume 13? Keep up. We on Life Volume 2024. You on Life Volume 1938. Wake up.
It is so dirty. Why they, like, why? Why is this the way that you're dealing with this situation?
It's currently 12:34 and I'm
Now I got evicted 2 weeks into my lease. I think maybe this is the one that I did see that kind of sparked me to do this. Because, yeah, I think this is the one.
running and I'm currently moving all my shit out of my apartment because, like I told y'all, I'm going to do story time. They evicted me because my landlords are big. Like, they racist. Like, it's nothing. I'm going to get into, like, the details and shit, but they racist.
Because I'm like, imagine you got your new place, you posting, you excited, you don't let everybody know, you had a housewarming, you feeling good. Even though we can't even afford houses no more to even have housewarmings, we have apartment warmings at this point. And everybody keep apartment warming because that's all we can get. They're putting you out because they don't like you. Not because you ain't not paying. But because you don't like you. And then they like you about something that you can control. That you can't control. Like she can control that she was born a black woman. Okay.
This is point blank period. So, I got evicted 2 months into me living in the unit. It's a townhome. Show y'all. We got majority of stuff out. But yeah,
And she has a lot of stuff to be there for only 2 months. She has a lot of stuff to be there for just 2 months. Wow.
yeah, so it's upstairs. I'll go upstairs, show you upstairs. But anyways, I posted this, like where I'm at. I posted it when I first came and looked at it, and when I first got to townhouse, I posted it on my TikTok, whatever. So the videos are still up if you want to see them. But anyways, I got evicted 2 weeks into living here into my lease because they said that when I first moved in at 12 o'clock in the morning and it was laid out, and then my neighbor said that I spent the whole weekend unpacking.
Okay. She moved in at 12 o'clock in the morning. She spent the day unpacking. Why are you clocking her to the point where you even know that much? Because I'm just like, okay. What about it? Okay.
And I just was too. They said I was a good fit for the neighborhood. Me and my boyfriend got into an argument in the unit, and they said that we were very loud.
So she wasn't a good fit for the neighborhood. I think people that don't mind their business aren't a good fit for the neighborhood, if you ask me. I understand protecting the neighborhood, because as you should, because the police don't care about protecting and serving homeless. To state my opinion on places they matter. My platform working on my world, because again, they be looking for stuff more than protecting and serving. So, and again, even on that cop cam video that I did earlier, when they so busy worried about trying to take this woman to jail, they should have been worried about the mama and all the things that she had been doing to that girl, even in that particular moment, and nothing happened to the mama. And I'm just like, child, y'all are sitting there ruining the wrong person's life. I don't even want to say like, because they shouldn't be ruining anybody's life, but the mama life already ruined. So it's just as simple as that. But yeah, a good fit for, she's not a good fit for the community, because her and her boyfriend got into an argument. Okay. Her and her boyfriend got in an argument. Now they're not. I mean, she should have known that she was gonna argue with that man. Girl, you elevating in life, girl. He probably was salty. I don't want to say it like that, but it seems to happen like that, especially when you're younger in your 20s like that. Again, I ended up right back here, baby, because baby, the way men, child, no.
Said that I was basically for noise complaint, basically. So, which was so crazy because y'all, I really like didn't even the point.
And she's in a townhome. You can tell it's very nice and spacious. And here they go talking about she's child. Too much noise. Okay.
Time they evicted me, I didn't even have my bed here. My bed wasn't even in here. So when they evicted me, I'm like, I haven't even been there. We've been staying at his house because I don't have a bed.
That's crazy. Well, she said I haven't even been there, but y'all trying to put me out. That's crazy.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So I took my time moving. So this is back. They told me I got evicted in November and I had to be out December 7th. I took my time because it's like I have to find somewhere to go. It's back in Christmas, New Year.
Right. That's why I'm like, they making like people can just move in 10 days. I think she said they gave her 30. I don't even remember. But yeah, they making like people can just find somewhere to move, somewhere to put their stuff, all this stuff in a matter of days. Especially when you're not expecting this. Because again, these people are paying, like, what the again. She still know how to make me mad.
So it's today's the 20th.
We gotta let my boy get some ad time. We're gonna watch this first one. That second one, we'll go ahead and skedaddle through, and then we're gonna skedaddle through her story time. Okay.
8 o'clock today, so it's 12:08. So it's today's 26th. So 8 o'clock today, so it's 12 a.m. So 8 a.m. today, everything gotta be out. So they can't put the shit on the door to get all day. So yo, I'm telling y'all more about the story, but I just want to go and tell y'all since I was in the process of moving this shit around.
Oh, so that's probably her update to like her friends, followers, whatever the case may be. Because again, imagine you so excited that you done moved into your new spot, you feeling good, you post about it. Again, you have housewarmings, whatever the case may be, apartment warmings, only to be put out. Like she said, I thought she said 2 weeks on the thing, but I think she said 2 months. Whatever the case may be, again, abruptly, put it like that, before you intended to end your lease.
Really crazy. Like I really just can't believe they did all this. Y'all don't understand. Like.
So I guess it got her so mad that she had to drink. She said, I need a bottle at this point. Homegirl say, I need to take a drink. I mean, she took it to the head straight from the bottle. I would not condone drinking of sorts, especially like this. When I see people doing this, I'm like, it's just never that serious. I mean, hopefully there's some cocktail of sorts in there to make it a chaser. But yeah, child, drink responsibly and don't drink if you're not over 21. And I honestly, like I said, would not recommend drinking no liquid spirits, but stick to some herbals and it's a delight. Take flight and you'll be all right. I tried to make that work.
It's just really crazy.
Look, and I'm glad there wasn't nothing in there. Good. But it also looked like it was Cordell or something.
It's cool though. It's cool. So I already got an apartment. The problem is, this happened today. My moving.
Well, thank God for that, because not everyone has the funds or a place, but she does have an apartment even after being put out of this place. That's good.
That for my apartment was January 25th. Today they came and put the notice on the door. So yesterday, technically say yesterday, I was supposed to be moving anyways, but my apartment not ready because it snowed and did all the other shit. So
no, so wherever she was at, it's snowing. Oh my goodness. So she is stuck in between the old and the new. And see, that's what I'm saying. What do you do when life starts doing this? Because they done already put her out. The new spot is not ready, and you trying to tell them like, yeah, I got a new spot, but they don't want to hear that because they already want you out. And the delay is really making them just kind of, irritated even more.
It's not ready, so it won't be ready until the second. So now I'm having to move twice. Like, just look at the devil.
Right. That's what she was just like he put in overtime, but it's all right, girl. You will be just fine, girl. You will be just fine. Because like I said, I'm just glad that she had the funds or whatever the case may be to relocate, because most oftentimes that's a lot of the financial strain is the biggest hurdle for a lot of people.
I'm having to move twice. I got to put my shit in storage, and then I'm going to have to move it in storage on the second and move it into my new apartment. It's some bullshit, but this is cool.
Yo.
And she's talking about it's cool, girl. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm glad you got your chin up, but it's definitely not cool. It's most certainly not. Now, he coming in with his commentary again. I'm not necessarily used to this because, like he said, he gave his commentary at the end. Now, hold on, baby, because what he about to say.
Everything, but that's just not okay for her to do that apartment like that.
About 8 years ago, my wife got very sick, and she ended up being bedridden for 2
Okay, so 8 years ago, his wife got very sick and ended up being bedridden.
years. And then 6 years ago, actually January 27th, it'll be 6 years, she passed. And she died on a Friday morning. And by Saturday, by Saturday evening, I was evicted.
What? That would definitely make you spiral. Imagine going through that. Like he said, Friday she passed, Saturday they evicted him. What? Now, I don't know if God didn't want him to be in that space after his wife passed. He just wanted him to live anew, literally. But that would shake me. That would not shake my faith, but it would shake my world. And that's what the devil be trying to do. He be trying to shake my faith. Baby, you can't shake my faith. That world will rattle a little bit, and I'll give you that, okay? But that's it. It seemed like the walls of my world just start crumbling down. But my faith will not shake, will not waver. Okay, so that's why I'm like him. Yeah, I could understand why something like that would shake your world. It would definitely give you that rattle, or definitely make you just want to drop down to your knees and plead and just ask God, like, why me? Even though we can't question Him, so I'm not asking. I'm just saying it could make you feel like I could never win. Something's always happening to me. Like, here we go again. Like, what they say, 10 steps, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, all that stuff.
Out of the hospital. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Oh wow, I didn't even thought about that.
So this that man that goes to interview the homeless people and see why they're in that position? Because I have seen a man like that on YouTube. I would want to do stuff like that, but me being a girl and the way that I look as a girl is definitely not safe. So I would it's just because when people are on certain things, you never know what could happen. So yeah, when they're not performing mentally at their best, the worst could sometimes happen. That's it. God, okay, now gave us the words because I didn't know where I was going with it, but when it came out and I heard it, that's what I was trying to say.
Of course, actually bring her back. That's not gonna happen. No. I wish.
Oh, so he said he definitely one wish was to have his wife back. Okay.
I really miss paying my bills. Believe it or not, that was something we enjoyed doing together.
And that man said, I really miss paying my bills. Or not necessarily paying bills, because nobody don't miss paying bills. He missed being able to pay his bills. That's what he was trying to say, God. Because ain't nobody trying to miss paying bills. Nah. But he missed being able to pay bills. And I could definitely understand that. I mean, absolutely relatable. So, and that's something like, these are his 3 wishes. Like he said, he just wanted, 1, bring his wife back. 2, be able to pay his bills again. Because like he said, I miss being able to pay my bills with my wife. But she's not here, and he's been struggling and spiraling ever since. And what's the last wish?
I really miss paying my car bill. Sorry, I don't have a power. I'm not a deadbeat, you know. I just couldn't do it.
Dang. And he must be a father, because he said, I'm not a deadbeat. I just couldn't do it. So it must be something that he couldn't pay, because he a daddy. Oh, man.
You know, you leave out here and you're stuck. You can't get up, and it won't get you up. And as soon as you sit down on the ground, they look at you different. I have a lot of my...
That's crazy. Now, that's a key takeaway to all of this. The key takeaway to all of this is don't sit down. Because like he said, when you sit down, they look at you differently. And that's the case. As soon as you decide that I give up and I keep going, and you just take that moment to sit down, like he said, I got down, I can't get back up. Nobody wants to help me get up. As soon as you get down, yeah, don't get down. Don't get down. Because like he said, as soon as you get down, not only will ain't nobody gonna help you get back up, but they're gonna look at you differently. And that is definitely the truth. And look, he don't even know what to do. And that's quite unfortunate.
Hey, the guys give me money to come to the bar over here. And a few of them have sat down next to me. They're like, people look at you different when you sit down here. Sit down here.
And he said somebody sat down with him and told him that people look at him differently when he sits down here. And he said, yeah, I told you. Oh, no. So what he's saying is when he's at the bar and they come and sit down with him down there after the bar, other people are noticing that other people are looking at them differently. So he's saying, yeah, I told you. You could just see, wow. That says a lot about us as people. Wow. That's why I'm like, that was the key takeaway from this, because don't sit down. People will look at you differently. I gotta put that one in there. Hold on. That's why black people beat you with the chair. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. But the Alabama broke brawl, I mean, the chair is not to be sat in. It's not funny, but yeah. Listen, just a little jokey joke. Welcome to my world.
Okay. Yeah. It just you get so frustrated because this is bullshit, man. I worked my whole life.
And I'm glad he came in for his commentary too, because baby, I had something to say about that one too, immediately. Like that man said, it's BS, because like he said, he worked his whole life, and now he just is literally just down and out.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all like I always do. One thing about me, bro, I never looked at nobody that's homeless different than anybody else. They still a human being.
Oh, that's true too. Because I definitely haven't, but I'm just saying I can understand. Yeah, I told y'all people ridicule me and laugh at me because of the way, well, shoot, I relate to the homeless. Like I told y'all, in technicality, I still am. That's probably why I relate to them. Shoot, baby, it's a long time. I'm trying to get me a house too. Should we been in this building this metaphorical one on YouTube? So hopefully we can get us a real one in real freaking life. I don't know. That's why I understand. That's why I'm like, I ain't got what I look like laughing at somebody, and I like what is funny. I be trying to find out what's funny. Listen, only laughing we do is to cope, cause that's the only thing we know how to do is to cope and try and do and get better. Okay, so yeah. That was the major key of the day. I was definitely a big fan of that one. I was a big fan of that one. Yeah, don't look at people differently because you never know. But I like to get into people's mind and I ask people questions, and that's why I said I knew a long time ago that certain people said they wanted to be homeless and certain people said that they did not. And once I realized that certain people literally and ask for money. Boy, I done gave you money too much, and then at that point where I done got a job and I done tried to get him onto a job and he telling me that he don't want no job. Well, baby, if you gonna sit out here and be a panhandler, go ahead. But don't ask me every time I come here. And like I said, baby, you need to at least remember your customers. You need to at least remember who done gave you a little something every time. I done gave you $1, $2. I come out just because I feel bad. There's a little black boy just sitting out here, asking for money. And I don't want a job. Well, baby, don't worry about it. Because if I done got one, and that's when I went to work at the Cracker Barrel. Okay, baby, I'm hightail my black stuff to the Cracker Barrel to get me some fundage. And if you just want to sit outside and say, doing it, well, then I ain't gonna worry about it then, child. And then he cussed me out one time too, and that's why I was just like, "What y'all? Excuse me."
And I'm saying that wholeheartedly, for real. I remember even during the pandemic, I was still out shaking hands and talking to these people. You know what I mean? Like I go downtown and talk to these people.
Now hold on. I'm not saying shake their hands because you don't know when the last time they cleaned them. Now, baby, be smart now. Okay? Now, people be feeling like I'm also rude. I couldn't even think about what it was because I'm not. Okay? Shoot. But that's what they call it when I don't like shaking hands. People are dirty. I'm not shaking everybody. No. You can get a little elbow bump, a fist bump, a verbal confirmation, whatever. But shaking hands, I am a germaphobe. Baby, my hands stay dry because I wash them all the time. Listen, I'm not going for it, okay? When niggas say keep a couple wet worms, keep a case a bum try to touch me, ill. I'm not saying it like that, but I'm just saying, you don't know when the last time that people wash their hands because they don't have access to washing their hands. It's only the facts of the matter. So, yeah. I'm not saying be rude and act like, you're above them because they're homeless and you may not be. But I am saying be smart, not stuck up, and keep your hands clean because, again, some way, somehow, that's also how that pandemic started. Somebody did something along the way and then it just apparently got in the air and just got too wild, child, and traveled from continent to continent. It's a lot. We don't need stuff like that happening again. So get back to washing your hands because I don't know if y'all stopped after the pandemic. But they did say it was a little part of it that came back. That's why you should always wash your hands.
Go get their story and just show them that they human beings too, bro. I'm here for you. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm full of knowledge, so I be kicking game. I like to uplift people and motivate people. That's what I like to do personally. So
yeah, me too. On the motivation gang. Yeah. That's what we do. Motivation crew. Yeah. We get this, God first, get this money immediately after. That's the motivation. That's the motto. Yeah. I'm like, yup, that's the motivation and the motto. Yup.
I know it be touching people when I talk to them. Your current situation ain't your final destination. Everything happened for a reason. It's always light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I seen these people multiple different times, and it was always love. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, this must be the end of it because I'm like, this must be his final thoughts and commentary. Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so boom. We'll go ahead and give it a like up because it was a nice video. We love when we get our clock app compilations from him. This Rotel looks so good. Called a Loaded Cowboy. We might have to look at that. Ooh, this food look good. Hold on, cause somebody did tell me to do some reaction to some shorts, and I'm like, that look good. I don't know about no loaded cowboy, but let's see real quick, and then we're gonna get into these comments, cause baby, I can't not look at it. It looks too
Get
good.
ready to lasso in some serious flavor with this loaded cowboy cheese dip.
Okay,
Hey y'all,
girl.
I'm Kat of Girl Gone Grillin', and let me show you how to make it.
Okay, Cat with Girl Gone Grilling, cause a loaded cowboy cheese dip. It looks so good. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, Cat. Yeah, tell us.
That is so good. In a skillet, combine a pound of ground beef and a pound of pork sausage and start.
I was about to say, is that two different meats? Cause why is one of? Is that why it's a loaded cowboy? Cause it's two different things. So it's supposed to be two different things fighting against each other. I didn't know you was allowed to cook meats like that together. But I also can't cook, so Kat may be able to tell us what to do so I could try some stuff. Cause I'm like, girl, what? Ooh, and I did see I'm around to try this, Cat. Hold on.
Cooking that down. Once it's cooked, drain off the excess grease, and then we're gonna add in a packet of taco seasoning and mix it up. Now,
Okay, so you do still have to have a taco packet. I'm like, I think we got that. Cause ain't it Tuesday? I'm like, I wonder if we having a taco Tuesday. I wonder if they having a little taco Tuesday. Cause I'm like, oh, dang, ain't nothing out. This why you got. I forgot it was Tuesday.
let's throw it all together. Begin with a 32-ounce block of.
Oh, girl, this where you lost me at. Cause I don't want to have to do this. This I have to use, some like canned cheese or something. This why I act like Josh Mama. Look, this where me and Kate switch places.
Velveeta. Add in your ground meat, 8 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese, a block of cream cheese.
Ooh, she got all these different cheeses. I don't even got these kind of cheeses. She got some food stamps or something. Look, I'm like, she got some money or something because she a mama with some food stamps. Because, baby, Kate, come on, girl. You got all these different kind of cheeses.
Some diced onion, a can of corn.
Ugh. Now, the corn. Immediately no. Girl, everything but the corn. Everything. I was even with the onions, but the corn, girl.
Can of rinsed and drained.
Ooh, she putting beans too. The whole no corn, no beans. Girl, I don't think we gonna have the Mexican. We gonna have the black something. The black people version of this, cause the black cowboy. Yeah, that's what it's gonna have to be. Cause no beans, no corn. Cause I feel like that's the part that make it very Mexican cowboy.
Black beans, 2 cans of Rotel that I didn't drain.
Yes, the best. Delicioso.
And some diced jalapenos, and we're ready for the smoker.
Ooh, we got some jalapenos. Girl, I don't even know what a smoker is for real.
I'm throwing.
Besides me. Oh, a grill. Girl, why she ain't call this a grill? She called it a smoker. They call it smokers. Because the only smokers I know are people. That's why I'm like, girl, smoker.
It in at 350. You can also do this in the oven, stirring about every 15 minutes. The temperature really doesn't matter. You just need everything to melt. So,
It's the beans and the corn. Because everything else looks so good.
if you're throwing this in with something else,
And why she ain't put it in the oven? Why she put it in a quote-unquote smoker? Why she couldn't just why all this stuff couldn't melt down if the meat was already cooked?
throw it in at whatever temperature you have it set to, and it'll melt just fine.
Yes, it did. Look at that. And I don't even like cheese, but when it comes to a good Rotel dip, count me in. Oh my God, Kate. Kate, that looks great. Wow. I could just imagine all types of chips with those. Y'all know the spicy Doritos, like the spicy Cool Ranch ones, like it's Cool Ranch, but they're spicy. Those will be good with those. Just regular tortilla chips, the ones with the lime, just a salted tortilla. Ooh wee. The options are endless.
It just may take a little longer or shorter. Once it's melted, pull it off and serve it up with some chips.
Okay, girl, I completely understand. 'Cause yes, Kate. Yes, Kate. That right there. Again, that looked great. I'm a big fan of that. But now getting back into the comments of our video, it says no one chooses to live on the streets. That's not true. Yes, they do. Oh, are you saying because if they had somewhere to stay for free, they would go, like a shelter or something like that? Okay, I get what you're saying. Everyone that works is one check away from being homeless. That's it. That's very true. Everyone that works is definitely one check away from being homeless. And that's the scariest part about it for me, too, because, like I said, every situation that I haven't expected to be in the workforce, unfortunately, I have run across it. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out now how to combat those things, and a large part of it is ownership and business and entrepreneurship, owning your own things, all that kind of stuff, so you can make your own rules. Because even when things like the pandemic, if you were an employee, you were kind of subjected to whatever was going on with that employer. And that's scary to me because I pretty much done that my whole adult life, and it's not gotten me where I would want to be. That's how I could put it politely. So yeah. Someone says it likely wasn't over $9. The apartment complex just want her as a tenant, didn't want her as a tenant anymore, and they use that as an excuse, in my opinion. Yeah, I can see that. Someone said it's not about the $9. It's about finding a reason to evict and getting out that lease so the owner can jack up the rent for the next tenant, which is very much the case, which we could definitely see happen. $9 becomes another $200 a month, exactly, because greed is destroying the country. And like I said, it's all rooted in greed. That's why I'm like, that's the main issue. Is definitely the greed. What does it say? Okay. Some states are giving landlords up to $10K a month to house immigrants. That's what? Hold on, baby. Because I didn't know about this. And somebody said Target, bingo. Look, somebody said what states? I'd rather rent out my property for $10K a month than $2K a month. Mi casa, su casa. You play all day, but I'm with you. Because look, he looking for the immigrants that's looking for the housing. He said, don't raise up. Listen. Oh my goodness. But I was not aware of this. I was not aware of this. I would gladly live in the DR if I could get paid $10K a month to rent out my house. So somebody said they would switch places with somebody in DR if they got paid $10K a month to rent out their house and have the government pay. The fact that they call them the government, because that's how you can get away with saying it on the internet without them trying to track your every move. I like it. The goobers. That's what we're going to call them here. So here and now in live time, if you know, you know, 6/18 on October 1st, Tuesday, October 1st. Yeah, the goobers. Talking about, yes, taxpayers' money to a shame. Why not house people who are American and veterans? What? I don't even know what they're trying to say. I don't even want to know. It says we do rent to them. The issue is the legislation keeps making new laws to limit our property rights and profit on our investment. So that means Marcus is inside this business. And that's why I love getting in people's business. That's why I love the internet when we just tell our business, because we won't know unless you tell us. And everybody's so gatekeepy, closet, secretive about things. It's like, well, how are we supposed to know? Especially in real life, in real time. Because he's telling us a month ago about what's happening in 2024. So, that's why ones who are evicted should make their home unlivable for the migrants. That's not right. Cause I'm like, that's not the way to do it. I would definitely not recommend that, but I definitely understand being frustrated. I definitely understand being frustrated. And what's this? Let's see. She did something strange to pay her rent. Oh my God. See, the fact that it's just so many different videos from so many different channels, and that's why I'm like, yeah, you can't say that it's not getting. What did Donnie say? No tax on tips, no tax on overtimes. Baby, did he say anything about lowering the cost of everything besides the tariffs, which we could appreciate? Oh, because that does eliminate some of what we would pay on something. It was something. What was it? That's why I got to get back into politicking so I can actually keep up with what's going on. But yeah, because I'm like, oh, who coming with the $70 rent? $70 rent control. Now that's what I call rent control. $70. I feel like I'm like, yeah, yeah. And then who gonna be the next people to get the electricity and stuff besides solar? Cause we can't keep saying we gotta figure something else out. And so I'm like, I know these people don't work for these hot cap companies all this time. They know what to do. Not reinvent the wheel, but duplicate it. Start your own business. Start a book for people that want to start their own business. Yeah, because how they get to control the power? Like, do y'all have one person in y'all city that's over the power too? The electricity? How they get to do that, and who appointed them to do it? I guess the city of, huh? But why only get to be them? I don't know. I'm just always curious. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like y'all are not caught up on screen with me. It looks like y'all got caught at Miss Rotel Dip. So let me do a refresh. My bad. I didn't realize. But we back. We up and running. Somebody said Indiana got a federal order to build affordable housing. I know that's right. This would include very large incentives for landlords building apartments versus single residents. The more they can house, the better the incentive. Yeah, but I'm all for a federal order for affordable housing. That's smart. I can get jiggy with that, because it's not. And even requesting the 3 times the rent. I mean, I get it, because all that's doing is ensuring that is ensuring that you do have the longevity and the success that you so desire, because you don't want it to be a struggle when you are on, in that space. You want it to be a success. You want, to build, whether you're there, memories, or, build to get to the next spot of something bigger and better, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it says this sucks. American politics are going to have these migrants beat up. Because that's Donnie's whole political stance is definitely the whole immigration issue. But, I mean, I didn't realize it was so many. And especially some that are terrorists is a lot. I got to know about that. Somebody said, okay, it sounds good, but due to rent being over expensive. Not they said rent is over expensive. That is funny. It's not funny, but it's the truth. Because not just expensive, but over expensive. Migrant pay will beat them every time. Yeah, because they're coming in and getting all types of assistance and build a business. And, I mean, tools that we just that they don't even give us in school. I don't know about that. But it also could be a control factor too. Who knows? Because it could just be like, we don't listen, so they kind of just trying to like wipe us out to put new people in. I don't know. These are just things that I just think, and I'm just telling y'all because, these are my opinions, and I say them where they matter, My platforms. Welcome to my world. Somebody said, "Bingo, this the reason." Somebody talking about, thank God I'm in Florida. Girl, it's expensive here anyway. Talking about, thank God, please. That's right, it's happening everywhere. I hope and pray in Indiana does not turn into Illinois. What does that mean? Because because Illinois has so much affordable housing. Shut up. You're not funny. But that makes sense. You know what? Because it is possible to find $700 housing in Illinois. And it still being like okay placing, not the best, but it's also not the worst. Here, $700. It might be a little ratatata. It might not be that safe. It just might not be that safe. Because the going rate for safety nowadays is $1,200. Yeah, you would need double that for safety. Yeah, for safety, And I think that was in 2020. So maybe now, and I don't even want to say maybe now it's 14, but we just gonna stick with 12. Yeah, we'll just stick with 12. That's just what it's given for safety. Talking about we got 30,000, but not near me. I haven't heard issues yet. I know people are mad, but I haven't heard of any incidents. Of course, I'm not sure. Okay. Wow. Which state? Somebody said, not California. My parents are landlords, and it's not happening in Cali. I know you lying. Stop lying to try to bring hate to immigrants. Okay, miss, my parents are landlords. Excuse us. Talking about the immigration is going to ruin the property. Dang, why would you say it like that? Better to have clean, responsible tenants. Well, I get what you kind of saying because people do practice different things in different cultures. Like when I was a leasing agent, and I hate to say it, but just being truthful in what I experienced, every time I had to do inspections and the customs of the Asian culture that I thought would be so clean, that were the complete opposite, blew my mind. I never understood what was the point of keeping the shoes outside if everything else inside that mug was going to be a rest. I mean, fecal matter. And I'm not gonna say everybody, but I'm just saying it was just, smells were pungent. It was just different things that were culturally different that I saw in every backgrounds unit. Like when I saw with the Hispanics, one thing that I noticed is a lot of them use their balconies and patios and stuff like that for cleaning. They do a lot of hand cleaning. So it'll be a lot of like rugs, blankets, towels, clothing, drying everywhere because everything is hand done. Yeah. So that was just little things that I noticed in doing in inspections. Because, yeah, it also seemed like we also had to fix more in the Asian houses too. Now that I think about it, and in the Hispanics, we never had to fix anything. They would patch up their own walls. Yeah, because they knew, especially when it was inspection time, well, you better have fixed it because, they knew they also want that deposit. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, it was definitely little things that I noticed that I mental noted that I didn't even know that I mental noted because, like I said, that was so long ago. But I'm just thinking about it now. And especially when that comment came up, it just kind of made, things come to my mind because of my prior work history. Somebody said I came to say this. Here in Chicago, people are losing their rentals. They pay as well as the Section 8 rentals because the owners want to hustle illegals. Oh, child, I could not read it. They put ILL space EAGLES. I'm like, what does illegals mean? Child, no, they didn't. Did not want to write. Not see. That's how much you have to censor everything because they'll get more pay. Oh wow. Okay, so that's why it's a lot of immigrants. Because I feel like that is kind of what happened in Florida. Like I said, it must have been a lot of... but that flew right past me. Like I said, if Donnie didn't bring it to my attention, I never would have researched the stats of, well, what is going on with immigration. Like I said, it is sky high compared to everything else that the history showed in that chart. I was just like, whoa. That was... I mean, it was really giving a thumbs up. Like everything else was low. And then there's a big hump in 2020 to 2024 of immigration. It's just like, what's going on here? Yeah, it's like literally if you just hold your hand now, everything is like chill, cool, calm, and collected from 2020 to 2024. What it said? 1 million a year came in. 100 of them on the terrorist list. It was just like, well, wait a minute. I didn't know that was happening. It's only 50 states. That's at least 2 terrorists per state. And we wonder why stuff getting ta-ta-ta-ta. I'm not going to say it like that because then that's also blaming on immigration. But then again, we also don't know. Because again, it's a lot that we don't know because it ain't no... See, they talking about population control. That's the population control. Y'all be worried about the wrong thing.
At first, I didn't even know they was homeless, though. Like, some of the people, I didn't know they was homeless. We just talking.
I didn't even mean to press play because I'm like, the video was done. We reading the comments. Somebody said the girl with the $200 car eviction that has been there. I don't know what the car was for. Maybe she didn't need that. Oh, parking. It was for parking. Okay. Eviction that has been there for 6 years said why she was being told to leave. Her apartment is rent controlled, which means unless they had a legit reason, they can't make more money off her. Which they can, but like she said, she also has the receipts where that parking was already paid. So she's also, I mean, like she said, they don't know who they messing with. She's an attorney. So she's also, I guess, technically not evicted. And I guess if she is, she gonna sue them because she's an attorney. She gonna make them pay for everything that she gonna have to, all them damages that she gonna incur. Miss Attorney gonna make sure they, Like she said, do you know who your tenants are? Like, maybe say I just got off a long day of work. Again, I thought the lady was a server the whole time from that button down shiny shirt. She said, I'm an attorney. Oh, that's why you don't look like you sleep, because you the other end of the money. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because when you get them panda eyes, like, beauty rest is a real thing. Because, like, but again, that's why they even talking about you got to work 68 hours a week to have a one bedroom. It's like you could, no, was it 68? I think it was 86. I said it backwards. It was 86 again. It's just like, that's why people get sick. That's why people literally crash out. I mean, anything could happen. God forbid you just, again, people be sleepy, going to work in the morning, driving home from work late at night, overexhausted, overexerting themselves. It's been bad things that have happened because people are just trying to live. And not even just live, but make money to live. Jesus, God be with us. For real. Like, Talking about, yeah, moving your crap in at 2 a.m. and then getting in a screaming match with your boyfriend before even there. Yeah, get there. Not get out. Somebody talk about agree. Somebody said I've moved many times. I've never once considered moving in or out at 2 a.m. I imagine there was a noise clause in the lease, if not a noise ordinance in the area. Yeah, that is a weird move. Okay, but y'all, what if the time difference of when she was moving was different? Y'all just think y'all know everything. It could have been so many reasons. She could have got off work. She could have had to. It could have been a number of reasons as to why. See, everybody just in that lady business. Worried about the wrong thing. Nah, she did not have to be too loud. I get what you're saying. Especially if it's 2 in the morning, because I thought she said 12. Somebody said that happened to me in 2023. I had a ghetto young couple move above me at 12 midnight until 9. They were banging and tossing furniture, stomping, laughing demonically in the parking lot like little children running around. It was almost nonstop, and every day it continued. I reported them, and I was told I was inconsiderate. They were new tenants, and that was the only time they could move in. Exactly. Y'all don't know what people have going on. Like, God dang. Now, I'm not saying they had to be loud and all that, but not that they got called inconsiderate. Baby said she was gonna get her frustrations out one way or another, and that's in the comments. And the comments are my favorite co-hosts besides y'all in my comments. So here we are. But it say not when I knocked on the door and they opened it, the baby ran up to me like she wanted help. They blamed all the noise on her, and she looked at them and pointed at them and laughed. They were the tenants from hell, and the apartment actually used them to replace the previous tenants from hell before them. Oh my God. Yo, because this is somebody's real life. That's the only reason why it's funny, because this is nonfiction. I'm going to have to like this because I could visually see this. From the time she said, open the door, the baby looked like the baby wanted help. Not the baby wanted help. Oh my goodness. That is funny. Somebody said, which defeats the purpose of moving late. You move that late so people can't know what you're bringing in and out of what you got there. Making all that noise that late don't make no sense. Eventually, these young women will figure out that bringing dusties around your living space will always cause problems. Always. Oh, it got to a certain part and...
Moving the storage on the second.
Oh, that man. Because I'm like, who but her? Okay. Girl, because you're right. That's what I said, because that's the part that I said that's got to be right back here. Them screaming matches up. You ain't wrong. Like that up. I got to like that one. If somebody said facts, I got to like that one. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong about that one. Eventually, these young women, and it's definitely young women, like I said, you will learn, you will figure out that bringing dusties around your living space will always cause problems. Always. Okay? Always. Whew. And I had to learn the hard way. Okay? Somebody said the U.S. is done. No, we're not. Because, see, like you said, the U.S., us, that means we still have a chance. And that's why we bring these things to the forefront, because it is an election year. So we have to be, this where we, even if we go, this where we act like we really came from the French people. Even though it wasn't necessarily the French people, but I'm just saying, okay? We, because I'm like, they speak French over there. So shoot, it's a lot of British people that speak French. So yeah, we gonna come together and make America affordable again. Because again, it seems like the only people that know how to do it right is the Arizona company. Because why are the now and laters 54 cents? They used to be 25 cents. And they ain't changed. Y'all, just like that Arizona, ain't nothing changed about that Arizona. So why would the price change? Don't matter that it's 2024. He was around long before then. You don't change things. Ain't changing nothing. And man said, unless it's absolutely necessary, we won't do it. And I know that's right. And that's them the kind of people that you want as leaders. Or at least I do. Because I don't want demons leading me. I don't know about y'all. But it says for $9, the landlord should have went directly to her and said, hey, you own $9. Bam, she would have paid them. Exactly. Landlord needs to be fined for lying. The problem is more to the story. Oh, there probably is more to the story. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not about $9. They can easily tack on late fees and all that. Yeah, they just want them out. I'm talking about the landlords with that big migrant check. That's the biggest thing that people are saying. Thank God our landlord of 13 years sold us our house last year. That's a raw landlord. Because if you know you're going to leave, give them the opportunity to buy it. Because like I said, my aunt was grandfathered on her lease for years of $500. And she just got new ownership after the pandemic. And now her rent is like $900. And she don't know what to do. Even though $900 is still good, but she still, was so used to paying $500 all that time. Paying $900 really, really bothers her. And that's really why my auntie Katie got an attitude with everybody right now, because she paying $900 in rent. And she was paying $500 since the 60s. From the 60s to, wait, hold on. Yeah, the 60s, because they was born in the 40s, yeah. Yeah, since the 60s. She been over there since the 60s. And then up until after the pandemic, they wanted that money. And like she said, she went to court and everything. She had where it was in legal writing from the man that owned the property. But like they said, it's under new ownership. Him nor the people that he owned it to that he were affiliated with, which is why they still were able to take it into ownership after he sold it so many times, but it was sold within his family. And once it wasn't sold within his family or people that was affiliated with him, her grandfathership just wasn't legally binding anymore. And yeah, ever since then, my auntie ain't been the same. But rightfully so, because bring back her $500 rent. Bring back $500 rent. Maybe I could do a little something with that. Because again, I ain't got 3 times the rent, and I ain't got the 12 yet. Working on it if that's what I got to have, but I don't even want to have that. I feel like 500 is very plausible. Especially for apartment complexes. Because I used to live, especially, do you really need $1,200 for one unit? Especially when the property is yours. The electricity is paid for by the tenant. Like, everything else is paid for by the tenant. Yours, you just getting property. And especially if you have so many units, please. We understand you want $100,000 a month, but you won't be good with not even $100,000. I mean, we understand. Well, let's say we understand you want $1 million a year. Okay, so we'll just say maybe 10. Well, we understand you want 10 million a year, but you won't be good with 1 million a year is still good. I understand if you could get 10. Well, maybe you need to sell a product and rent the house same one because that's too high. Tone the price down.
Into my new apartment. It's some bullshit, but this is cool.
Oh, again, I don't even know why I pressed play, child. Yeah, it's such a blessing, and I feel so bad about what's happening to our country. Just keep praying and never judge someone because you never know their situation. Exactly that. You are probably wonderful tenants. Attitude makes a big difference to a landlord, whether he gave you grace or not. We can agree to that. So the next person says, so the woman says that she and her boyfriend get into an argument, so she had to move. She then says she didn't have a bed there, excuse me, yet because it was over her boyfriend's house, but says she has nowhere to go. Girl, you need to be single if he can't help you. If he has his own home, then why is he at your apartment arguing and saying, because they're not married. That's why. I mean, if sure she could like crash there, but that whole townhouse was filled. Like she said, she gonna have to get a storage. I mean, unless he got a house and they got a storage or a garage or something. But again, she still has a townhome worth of stuff. But again, she did still say it's only a day, so, or maybe a week, whatever the case. I think she did say it's a day. But again, they don't live together. Somebody said because your life is perfect. Yeah, right. I guess people like you are agreeing on YouTube. No, because again, that's her boyfriend. That's not her husband. He don't have to move her in. Like what? Because like she said, she's able to move. She's able to get the storage. She's able to do everything. The only reason she's not there is because wherever she lives is snowing. Come on, people. Use your noodle. Do the noodle dance. Somebody said, does the homeless number include those living in cars, RVs, at home with parents don't own the home, or modified as well? Probably not, because honestly, like I told y'all, in technicality, I am, so the percentage might be higher. This just may be people that literally are in a shelter or on the streets or whatever the case may be, because if so, then yes, a lot of people are homeless with jobs. Then the government overestimates the number of jobs formed by 800,000. Yeah. I just have trust issues at this point. The stay ready, never get ready mentality is getting stronger every now. I mean, everything, like I said, even if you just got to go, I just want to at least, look somewhat presentable to like be able to go, because everything is just like, you never know what's going on with these predicaments and these situations. But I really am curious if the homeless number does include, like I said, because now it's legal to live in a car. When I was growing up, it was not legal to live in a car. I don't technically count RV as homeless because that's a mobile home. That's like having a trailer. That's still a home. So I don't count that as being homeless because that is a home. But whether you live in a car, a hotel, the streets, like it says, with family or with a friend or with somewhere else, in a shelter. I don't know if I said on the street, but on the street, again, that's the main thing that we definitely know is homeless. I don't know if all of that stuff was calculated. Like I said, I really think they really just calculated people, like they said, that, well, like they said, because that list was people that are working that are homeless, and the percentage was 40 to 60%. So that's what's working. So no, that does not include, again, just your average homeless person, people that are not working that are homeless. Because like I said, at one point I was working. In technicality, I still was homeless. If you're not, leasing, renting, mortgage, whatever the case may be, then technicality, you're just homeless, and that's what the case is. Somebody said living with parents does not qualify as homeless. It definitely does. I'm only telling you what I know. It definitely does. It definitely does. That's the only reason how I know. Cause somebody told me, it was like, oh, you can get food stamps, like you're technically homeless. Again, they only gave me 2 months worth of food stamps, and it was less than $100. After that, again, they kept getting those, "We believe in you, you'll find a way" type messages. And it was just like, what the how come? That's why I'm like, how come everybody and their kids get to get all these benefits, but me, I can't get these benefits? And I feel like that's just messed up, because again, I ain't never even benefited from the government, just in my age and growing up or anything like that. And like, no, we didn't live off no benefits or assistance or nothing like that. And even when I only had one friend that I actually saw that lived off benefits, and I didn't even know that. But also, I just realized in 2024, like that girl said, you can get housing and live in the suburbs. That's why she and her family came from the ghetto, because her mama found a house in a gated community, and that's what she moved her kids to. Like she said, you just put the housing on the house. I don't know how that stuff works, because I ain't never had to do none of that. I'm like, shoot, at the most, shoot, the benefit was, shoot, them loans that they gave my mama so she could, get degrees. It was stuff like that. But yeah, well, yeah, I wasn't no kid that got no yamps or nothing like that. Mama had to go to work. Like, we ain't get no, nothing like that. And then people ain't helping me. And I just feel like if somebody was giving me a little something from my 16-year-old paychecks, they could help me out. Like, that's why I said I got 2 months worth of something. And it was like, we believe in you. God dang. Okay. Somebody said last video, Americans having a hard time and the government does nothing. But Michael Short, boom, 20K rent free for 2 years. Right. Especially the whole you get rent for 2 years. Okay, now that I did hear. Little do they know, they'll be tossed aside just like in a few years. I'm talking about DT sounds better, right? But he's orange and he sends mean tweets. But he's orange and he sends mean tweets. That is so funny. Not y'all scared of his tweets, because that is so funny. Yeah, people do get on him, because when Twitter was a thing, Twitter was a thing. Maybe that's why they changed the name to X, because they was just like, yeah, because people definitely correlate Twitter with DT's tweets. Yes, they do. Talking about, yeah, he actually was. We secured borders and my paycheck. Oh, amen. Went a whole lot farther than it is now. Like, he square foot townhome for $800 a month. Okay. A full refrigerator and pantry and a full tank of gas. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Not said secure my borders and my paycheck. That was, because again, that spike, just yikes. For the love of money is the root of all evil. And that good book definitely does say that. Somebody says I used to volunteer. You know what's crazy is I used to volunteer a lot as a kid, now that I think about it. So that's also where these conversations also came into play at too, now that I think about it. I did a lot of stuff volunteering with the homeless as a kid. And that's where the whole philanthropist part of me came from. All the volunteer work that I did as a kid. That's why I love it. That's why it's always going to be true to me, because I enjoyed it as a kid. I really did enjoy doing my community service. I had no problem doing community service. Like, again, sometimes it's just a hassle to have to get up and get going. But, like, when I was there, it was always, a vibe, a moment. Like, I enjoyed it. Especially doing the mayor's balls and stuff like that, when we would have to feed the homeless and stuff like that. Literally feeding the homeless. Christmas time, feeding the homeless, stuff like that. It was families. It wasn't just single people. Yeah, it was families. It was kids. Especially when I was a kid and we used to go to my church. It was kids that were my age. And I didn't even realize that. We would just be playing as kids, and me being on the other end, not even knowing their situation. When you look at things in life, I'm like, wow. That's really, I guess that's also why it's not in me to knock people, because I guess I've been around, and I thank God for those experiences, because I've been around so many different things for so long that, yeah, it is just natural in me to do right by people, just because, yeah, this is just Like, girl, it could be you at any given moment. Like I said, it was families, it was child, everyday people. Like, you never know. You never really know. Like it says, 40 to 60% of people in 2020, and that was, I think, the 2022 study, were homeless even while working. But yeah, they said he used to volunteer at a homeless shelter, and a lot of people had jobs and were still in the shelter, right? Talking about Walmart construction, retail, yeah. A construction job and homeless. My mom is a retired laborer. They make plenty of money. Somebody said, please don't be ignorant. Right, exactly. Like, please, again, because I do know people that work in construction, but it's not like they're getting paid. Because don't you get paid by the job and stuff like that? Because I know somebody, like, she was with her husband who was on a construction job, but they were just getting to the point of where he was making money, and she was just getting to the point where she could stop working. And that woman was older than me and had kids. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I understand there are people that make them, but yeah, again, just all people have something to say. Oh God, it's not a fashion show with no fashions. It's not that dreadful. Come on. Um, Somebody said they got a 3-day notice for $11.45. Pay the rent in full. When she called to ask why, they said the account, they couldn't tell her. They said they fixed it and it was still there. She even sent a screenshot of the full amount the time the rent came out. Wow. So it's the real people in real time that this really happened to. Wow. Somebody said this happened to them when their landlord sold the property. A corporation. But it does say cooperation, so I don't feel bad for reading cooperation. It's just one too many O's. A corporation, and see, that's the American language, because I was like, huh? But boom, a corporation. God, because that's what it says. Bought it. So moving on. They tried to get me out by raising the rent by $300. It didn't work. Luckily, she could still afford it. They wanted her out so bad. Wow. When she asked why they were raising the price, they got mad. Not they got mad. Right, because it's simply because of greed, because they want to. Somebody said, welcome to capitalism. We will, no. I ain't even going to read what they said because I don't even want that to be out in the universe and the energy like that. Welcome to capitalism, where they want to manufacture off poor people. Exactly. That's how we'll say it. Amen. Amen, amen. Someone said it's because the property owner wants to make a fake renovation and go up on the rent. That's what it is. They're going to patch up some holes, use some $3 paint, dilute it in water. It's going to chip when it get too hot. I'm just talking cash money trash at this point. I'm just really playing too much at this point because we about to get off this live. Now I see why Trey gonna be cutting up at the end of his live. It just really happens when you be in your zone. Yeah. So boom, that's that on that. But yeah, they gonna play on that renovation and jack up the price. Somebody's gonna move in out of pure necessity of needing somewhere to live, and they're going to get taken advantage of, which is sad. If you have been in a home or apartment for more than a year or two, they want you out for more money. And it's definitely pretty much the case at this point. It's the sad truth. It's the sad truth. Someone said it depends on the owner, and that's very much the truth. Okay, that's the facts of the matter because there are exceptions. They've been in their unit for more than 20 years. I like the area and the owner is cool. I've asked her to inform me far in advance if she wants me to leave. She says I'm one of her best tenants, so she won't let me go. And again, like you said, it definitely does depend on the person. Someone said at this point, declutter, downsize. They're talking about that girl. But leave her stuff alone. Leave her stuff alone. Because I be trying to feel them. I feel them too. But it's just like, I got rid of a lot of stuff. But again, it's just like, it be feeling like, with Lunette and Molly. So she got to be Lunette because Molly got to be the doll. A clown and her dolly at the big comfy couch. You'd be like, who made this big mess? Especially when you're trying to get dressed. It says the wicked love to see people homeless. They will pay. Ooh, not you said it like that. Somebody said exactly, for real. call it like you see it, not the wicked love to see people homeless. Cause yeah, that's one thing, yeah, especially about Mr. More Money, More Problems. I never understood, what was the point of getting all that money if you weren't gonna help out your people? You only helped out the people that helped you keep your dirty little secrets. Them was on people that was getting paid on time, in advance, early, huh? Everybody else that just showed up to do their job. Oh, they had to do strange things just to get paid, and if they didn't, you held it over their head. That's what them people said. Y'all could trust this same watch later list that's right here on the channel. Because I don't like when people act like I just be making up stuff. Like I didn't read it, see it, heard it, whatever the case may be. And especially when it's coming from the people. Even like Jock coming out. Child, people, I'm like, this I'm just like, for people I didn't even expect to come out with their experience. Mimi coming out. I'm just like, Mimi. Because she was with Stevie. So I'm like, Mimi, I never thought. I'll just be trying to give y'all, speaking of the week, lead y'all up into our politic. And we might get back up into it tomorrow. And see where God leads us. Because we always what he wants us to be. And that's just the facts of the matter. Okay, y'all. So at this point, I'm like, that's honestly pretty much going to be it for me today. Because I'm like, unless we get into another thing. Y'all got something else in y'all today? Because, yeah, we just reading the comments from this last video. Because I just keep pretty much agreeing or disagreeing. That's pretty much what I do. Y'all know that's my favorite coastal outside of y'all. But I'm not certain if there's anything else. Let me see. Maybe we could do this. People now have to work. Ooh, 5 jobs. What the that scared me. That's too much. That just made my stomach turn. Y'all know I'm a Virgo, baby. We have our stomachs. I ain't gonna call them weak, but I'm gonna say they gonna turn. Because I'm like, Jesus. I would be no. See, that's what I'm saying. I understand people be like, of a certain age, and you got to get out of your parents' home. Trust me. Again, if I could afford to, I would be. And I'm talking about afford to without struggle. And without struggle and without slum. So if I don't want to get out and I don't want to struggle and I don't want to be in the slum, so I have to just be here until I can just kind of figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do between inflation and financial stretch. So yeah, with that being said, I'm just like, I just really would not want to have to be in that particular predicament. Hold on, y'all, because I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm like, it's getting dark. What time is it? Okay, it's 6:58 because I'm just like, must be the sunset. And I'm like, because my natural sunlighting is gone. So I had to turn on some actual lighting in here so we can actually see. But yeah, it's a lot. It's really a lot. Day after day, that's what life gives. Oh Lord, we gotta pray for better days and lower prices that we've seen in the past. Cause I'm like, y'all know what's crazy? So this is how we get to end this live. Cause like I said, I don't want the YouTube lives to be this long. So now channel chap into Lord of mercy. Tap into my channel, click the link in the description, and come and hang out on Discord. Click the link right here in this description. Come hang out with us on Discord. Download Discord, whatever you have to do, whatever the case may be. Because like I said, I don't want my YouTube lives to be too long, but I do still want to, vibe out and hang out with y'all. And we can do that on Discord. So catch me on Discord for the remainder of this night. And like I said, that's pretty much what I'll do in ending the night lives. Like I said, because I don't want things to be too long. I don't want it to be too long. I really don't want it to be too long. So yeah, come over here on Discord. I'm gonna end this live out, and then yeah, once I'm set up on Discord, I will end this live. So I'm gonna put y'all in the lobby so y'all can get set up on Discord like I'm getting set up on Discord. And then yeah, that's gonna pretty much end this live. So be sure to like, subscribe, say your mama's or daddy's so until because everybody knows you see coming out on live daily with you on the AKD. Tune into the description for not only the Discord, but the Bible verse of the day, the discount codes, the links. Your girl could always use a little commission, donation, all that good stuff. Join the channel memberships. Again, join me on Discord for the rest of the night because, like I said, I don't want this live to be too long. And this is how we're going to format the lives. Like I said, we're building our metaphorical house on YouTube, and I'm trying to figure out the formatting of it. So that's how it's going to be. So this live is not too long because we've already been here for 3 hours. So, again, catch us on Discord. I guess that's how I need to put in the chat. So, yeah. Toodles. You know it's all love, baby. Spread love because it's what a real model. Keep it gangster. Look out for your people. Oh, but actually, let me go ahead and end the YouTube poll. So it says, yeah, how's everybody feeling? October 1st, everybody's feeling like they're falling in love. That makes me feel good. So now, boom, yeah, that's how we'll end this live. Catch us on Discord, and I'll talk to y'all in a little bit, I guess.